Hey, what's up, everyone? Blitzball champ Jason Ingram back here with a brand new video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. So, I wanted to take some time to talk about a recent something that happened that's dealing with Crunchyroll. So, got the article pulled up from GameSpot.com. Sony completes Crunchyroll acquisition. Now, this was originally announced back in December of 2020, last year. The acquisition is $1.175 billion. That's right. Sony completes the acquisition of Crunchyroll worth $1.175 billion. Let's read a little bit on this. So, with this buyout, and I quote, Crunchyroll can broaden its reach by distributing its content throughout various Sony channels like PlayStation. Similarly, Funimation will also take advantage of Sony's deep resource bag, but it remains unclear when the two anime streaming networks will ever merge. So, overall, Sony looks like its ultimate objective is to create a unified subscription experience. They say it remains to be seen how Crunchyroll's acquisition impacts Funimation. But with Sony having ownership over both Crunchyroll and Funimation, competition against streaming services for where to watch anime is slowly dwindling. So it kind of just gets me thinking, reading all this. You know, I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll. Well, technically, I'm subscribed via VRV, and one of the channels, the premium channels on VRV, is Crunchyroll. So it kind of makes me wonder, though, if Crunchyroll is going to be removed from VRV. So that's one thing that is on my mind. Will Crunchyroll be removed off of VRV? Because you have to also remember, at one time, long time ago, a couple of years ago, Funimation had a premium channel on VRV, but they ended that contract, and therefore Funimation is now currently no longer on VRV. So the same thing could happen with Crunchyroll. Which, I mean, it's no big deal for me because I could easily, I have a subscription to Crunchyroll, just ended up linking it originally via VRV, so I wouldn't have to pay extra. But with the possibility of it being taken off of VRV, I could always go back to the Crunchyroll streaming service. And then, secondly, as mentioned before with Funimation, now that Sony owns these two, I mean, are we eventually going to get like one website with everything, with a combination? Because you have to remember, a lot of Crunchyroll content, a lot of the anime on there is dubbed, while Funimation tends to have a little bit of a bigger library for, or excuse me, I got that backwards. Crunchyroll, typically their anime is subbed. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. Subbed. Whereas Funimation has a bigger library for dubbed. So it makes me wonder, with the combination of both websites, competition wise, this could be the premier place to go for anime. Because if you think about it, other streaming services that have anime. Okay, so we named Crunchyroll and Funimation, which they're solely pretty much anime. You also have Hulu. Hulu has anime as well. Netflix has anime. And not only that, but they have Netflix exclusive anime. Ones that you can only see on Netflix. Like I said, there is VRV. There is also There's also High Dive, which High Dive has a channel on VRV as well. Retro Crush has anime. They have a lot of like old school anime, but those are the other streaming services that come to mind. And I feel like with the combination of Funimation and Crunchyroll, would turn into a big heavy hitter. I mean, after all, as said by Sony, their ultimate goal is to create a unified anime subscription experience. So it makes me wonder, are they going to throw something in with maybe, PlayStation Plus where you can have a subscription tier that gives you a combination of Funimation, Crunchyroll? Are they going to combine these two and maybe give it a new name or like some sort of hybrid name? I mean, this is very possible as well. Now that Sony owns Funimation and Crunchyroll, they could, I would think, they could do a name change and put everything under one name. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Like I said, for me, I have a subscription to Funimation. I'm on Hulu. I'm on Netflix. I'm on VRV. So I mean, it'll be interesting how this goes. And supposedly the word is, I don't know if things will have to be adjusted via censorship and also content availability as well. Because if I remember correctly, in some countries, certain anime or certain series or movies or episodes aren't available in certain countries. So it makes me wonder, if this is something that will also get addressed now that Sony owns both. Because I don't know. Even though it's still up in the air about how the anime networks will merge, I think that's going to be the ultimate outcome, that the two will merge some way, somehow. It might not be immediately, but I think I think something is being formed together in order for this to happen. So that's really my take on it. And like I said, when it comes to how I like my anime, a lot of people ask me subbed or dubbed. Honestly, I mean, I would prefer dubbed, but if it's not available and it's only available in subbed, I'm okay with that. I have no problem reading subtitles. It's never really been too big of a deal for me, but it'll be interesting to see how this library turns out if they do combine these, because you have to remember, I believe there are some anime that can only be found on Funimation and nowhere else. Either that, or there's some anime dubbed that you can only see dubbed at Funimation. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens with these two, Crunchyroll and Funimation. Because, like I said, they could be linked together. They could decide to throw it in as part of a PlayStation Plus subscription or some sort of extra subscription tier. You know, the possibilities are endless. So, that's all that I really have to say. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description box. But let me know what y'all think. Anime fans out there, what do y'all think about this? Do you like the fact that Sony now owns Funimation and Crunchyroll? How do you feel about the idea of these two potentially being combined into one big anime streaming service, whether they, change the name or, something like that? Uh, how do you feel that this is going to affect competition with other streaming services like this, going up against Hulu, Netflix, VRV. You know, because I figured if Crunchyroll's leaving VRV, I mean, the only thing they really have is High Dive, Rooster Teeth, and I think that's all I know off the top of my head. I know they got a few more things, but you know, it's competition still. But with two big anime streaming services under one umbrella, that's big. That's really big. So let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What you think about this acquisition from Sony? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's going to end up being a good thing? Do you think it's going to end up being a bad thing? Let me know what y'all think. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can catch each and every video I release. Thank you so much for your time and for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I will see y'all soon. Laters.